There's more music to learn no matter where you go. Get access to millions of songs from the band that hangs out these films, and you won't get paid until it's all part.
We would like to ask that you remain standing for our national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem will be sung by our Northbridge High School and harmonics under the direction of Mr. Wheelsma, who is currently sprinting down a flight of stairs to get over here. So if you'll just bear with us 30 seconds or so, Mr. Wheelsma will be here. We want to thank you all for being with us tonight. Here he comes.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, good evening. Welcome to the 155th commencement exercise of Northbridge High School. This evening's graduation is being live streamed. We hope, I understand we're having some technical difficulties, but we've done our best to get this live streamed for everybody. Under the direction of Mr. Kevin Newton and his students from our production courses. I want to thank Mr. Wheelsman along with the members of the concert band and our concert choir for performing at this evening's ceremony. We're thrilled that you are all able to perform tonight. To all our parents, a photo will be taken of each student receiving his or her diploma by Cass and Foster, with one photo being purchased for each student by the class of 2022. We ask that in honor of our graduates, you remain seated so the parents, families, and friends taking pictures or video will have an unobstructed photo opportunity of their son or daughter. At this time, we also ask that you check your cell phones so that the only music we hear this evening comes from our band and chorus. Parents, family, and friends of the class of 2022, thank you for giving us the opportunity to get to know each and every one of these members of the class throughout these past 4 years at Northbridge High. I'm getting choked up already and the show just started. We gratefully acknowledge the dedication of the Northbridge School Committee, faculty, and staff who have worked tirelessly on behalf of our students and the community of Northbridge for its continued support of our schools. We also thank families, organizations, and individual donors for their generous financial contributions through the awarding of local scholarships, awards, and grants. There were close to $2 million awarded to members of the class of 2022. A full listing of the awards and recipients presented at our class night ceremonies has been distributed with this evening's program. If you did not get one, we will have them available to you as you leave. I also want to offer a special thanks to Operation Graduation Committee, started about 32 years ago, is my understanding. In particular, I want to thank the executive board members Craig Mahoney, Doreen Tucker, Amy Allen, and Amanda Morrow, along with many others. Thank you for your support and generosity to our seniors throughout the year. And now, it is my privilege to present to you the 2022 class salutatorian. The salutatorian is ranked second in the class. Please welcome Dev Patel.
Welcome, Northbridge High School class of 2022, friends, family, and faculty. Congratulations, we made it. After 4 grueling, challenging, and arduous years of what has been one of the most unique high school experiences to ever occur. I would like to congratulate every one of my peers for finishing this chapter of their journey and getting ready to write the next ones. Tonight, I stand before you all to remind you about the nature of change and how it is ironically the only constant in life. I experienced a drastic change in my life in the middle of 6th grade when I moved from Worcester to Northbridge. Trying to fit in was a long and strenuous process. Not only did I not know anyone here, everywhere I looked, there were predetermined cliques and groups of people that had known each other since they learned how to walk. Eventually, I was able to become accustomed to the calmer pace of this new life. Once we entered high school, all of us experienced a collective change as we were thrust into the realm of additional responsibilities and possibilities. With time, however, everything began to flow smoothly for us, and sophomore year was breezing by until we all got that fateful call in March 2020, and nothing was the same from that point forward. As we all sat at home during remote learning, it dawned upon us how we took our events, the concerts, the theater productions, the athletics, and the in-person education for granted. We entered senior year cautiously optimistic and with a renewed sense of gratitude for our precious high school experience. So to my classmates, remember that life changes and you cannot always be prepared, but that's the beauty of it. You will undoubtedly encounter obstacles and challenges that seem insurmountable, and while that may be frightening, I can assure you that you will emerge from these difficulties with a greater sense of hope, gratitude, and strength. These experiences will most certainly change you as a person, and although it may be unclear at first, ultimately you will realize that the value of the changes you've experienced. Change is the mother of opportunity. Never forget that. I took a chance on drama club towards the end of freshman year, and it was terrifying at first. I was stepping out of my comfort zone and going right into the deep end. But after a few incredible productions, I can confidently claim that joining drama was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Change can be terrifying, but it also has the potential to be invigorating, as it can drive you to do things you never thought you could do or take the risks you've been scared to take. So please look back on that when you find yourself in a tough situation. I would like to take this opportunity to give a special thanks to our principal, Mr. Bishop, who has devoted his time to make sure we graduate as smoothly as possible. Our assistant principal, Mr. Tracy, who has kept the ship steady through tough times. Our Dean of Students, Mr. Suzienko, for making sure we stay on the right path. Our superintendent, Ms. McKinstry, who has made sure we remain safe and had fun, even in this new, uncertain world. I would like to also recognize the front office and guidance department for always putting us first and making our transition to life after high school as smooth as possible. A special shout out goes to Mr. Newton, who helped me find my passion in video production, and also to Mr. Warzeka for not only helping me through AP Lit, but also guiding me through the ups and downs in my last year of high school. And of course, to our wonderful advisors, Mr. LeMay and Mr. Kozik, who worked tirelessly to ensure that our senior year would be one to remember. Finally, I would like to thank my parents and my sister, who have provided me with the support and guidance that has molded me into the young man that I am today. To all my classmates, I wish you the best of luck in your future journeys. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Oh, and I almost forgot. Celtics in 4.
Thank you, Dev. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the podium the Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Amy McKinstry.
Good evening, Northbridge class of 2022, families, staff, and honored guests. It's been a little difficult trying to find something inspiring to share with you tonight, as it's been a very trying year in so many ways for so many people, and I wanted to make sure that my time at the podium was worth your while. In all honesty, in light of some difficult personal, professional, and even national challenges these last few months, I came to graduation rehearsal earlier this morning feeling a bit defeated and disheartened, and wondering if I had the strength and ability to persevere and be the best that I can be. It must have shown on my face, because after rehearsal, I was invited up to the second floor English department to eat chocolate chip muffins and drink some very strong coffee with some special people, two of whom were lovely young ladies from the class of 2022. So while the endorphins from the giant chocolate chunks in the muffin kicked in, I asked the girls what they thought I should talk about tonight in my address. They suggested I offer the class some life wisdom. And I thought to myself, that is a tall order right now for someone who's put at least one piece of clothing on backwards on 3 different days this week. But I will do my best to fulfill their request. So we all know that wisdom comes from experience, and our experiences make us who we are. So to share my wisdom, I will share a little bit of my experience, or at least what I can remember, which is somewhat of a feat since I turned 50. My parents got divorced when I was 9 years old. I was in 4th grade. I don't really remember exactly how I felt about it, but I do remember that that was about the time that I started to refuse to sing or play my recorder in music class. And it's also around the time that I started being really mean to my younger sister. Over the next few years, as our family income declined because of the divorce, so did a lot of other things. I had to quit dance and gymnastics lessons. I got teased at cheerleading because my mother bought me fake plastic sneakers with a blue whip instead of real Nikes. I couldn't go on the 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. with all my friends. I made excuses as to why I couldn't go to birthday parties because I was embarrassed to give a gift that was less than what the others were giving. And we even had to boil water for baths and sleep in the same bed with my mother and my sister for warmth during the winter because we couldn't afford oil. All of this made me very angry, and I started being extremely disrespectful, even a bit hateful to my mother, because I needed someone to blame for everything that I didn't have that everyone else had. Once I got to high school, I started to work. 2 jobs, in fact, one at a bakery and one at a video store. So I was able to buy more things for myself, which made me feel better on the outside. I was also a straight-A student, class president, cheerleading captain, student council, honor society, principal's advisory committee, all of the things. I even had a very cute football player boyfriend. But clearly none of those things had cured how I felt on the inside, because sometimes I was jealous or mean to people that I felt threatened by. And to this day, I regret taking my pain and my issues out on others. Then I went to college. I made a ton of new friends, became an RA, wrote for the campus paper, made president's lists every term. But I also broke up with my cute high school boyfriend, started gaining a lot of weight and losing my confidence. So if I wasn't already angry enough at the world, I was now starting to hate myself. After graduation, I couldn't find a job as a writer or editor, which is what I wanted to do at the time. So I walked across the driveway from the law office I was working at, and I joined the Army. I became a journalist and a public affairs specialist in the military, and I learned very quickly that you treat everyone you meet with respect, because they may be the only thing keeping you from getting lost in the woods or falling off a cliff or getting bit by a snake, or even worse, being shot by an enemy. Since then, I've learned a lot of other things and had many other experiences. I went to grad school while I was working as a full-time teacher. I've traveled extensively. I've met some incredible people from around the world. I've taught thousands of amazing students, and I have worked my way up to the educational ladder to where I am, standing in front of you today in a school and a district that I am so proud to be a part of. I've also realized that for everything I didn't have in life, there was something even better that I did have, like amazing parents and grandparents that showed me unconditional love, outstanding teachers that truly believed in me and pushed me to reach my potential, great coaches and advisors that taught me the value of hard work and sportsmanship, drill sergeants and platoon leaders that taught me humility and how to overcome my fears, friends that taught me that I never had to face anything alone, and best of all, I had my two amazing sons who, by raising them to be kind, compassionate, and courageous adults, have actually taught me to be the person that I was always meant to be. And that has been my greatest experience. So you asked for wisdom, and I gave you a synopsis of my life. Where's the wisdom in that? Well, here it is. If we only focus on what is negative in our lives, we become the negative, and it is a vicious cycle at best. But if we focus on what's positive in our lives and try to turn the obstacles into opportunities, the journey becomes a little easier and our lives become so much richer. We all have our own very different story, and that story is determined by the challenges we face, the choices we make, and our courage to continue when things are difficult. So class of 2022, find the positive in every experience, be kind, be compassionate, and be patient with yourselves. Life is a journey. Make the most of it. Congratulations. And while I'm here, I'd like to ask Mr. Bishop to come up. So as you know, as you guys leave, Mr. Bishop's going to be leaving as well to finally go into true retirement. He has been here twice in the past 5 years to help us out and to pick up when we were in very difficult situations, and we couldn't be more grateful. He's done a wonderful job keeping the ship straight, and as you can tell by how often he cries in front of you, he really loves you all very much. So I'd like to give this Distinguished Service Award to Mr. Bishop with sincere gratitude for the years of dedication and leadership you provided the students and staff of Northbridge High School. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not going to speak at this time. I can attest to the comments that Superintendent McKinstry made this evening. I've known her through most of that period of time. She's a great educator and the driving force as to why I did come back to Northbridge twice. So I wish you all the best, Ms. McKinstry. You have your hands full, and lose my phone number. And one other thing, senior graduates, how many of you know what a video store is? You know, all right. So let's go on with the show. Right now, to offer us some reflections from the class of 2022, I call upon President Tyler Richards.
I'd like to start off by saying what an honor it's been to be your class president and to have represented this class for the past 5 years. Thank you, everyone, for giving the scrawny kid with a bad haircut and glasses a chance in 8th grade, because I've loved every second of it. Even when, halfway through the year, most of the grade forgets I'm president, I've still loved the job. I'd also like to thank the advisors and class officers that have helped immensely throughout the journey. We've done amazing things, and most importantly, we've done them together. So everyone, I ask for a quick round of applause for them. Thank you. And now it's time to focus on what's at hand. We've been tested for these past 4 years by trials unheard of before now, but yet we've made it through. We're the first class to have a mostly normal school year in the past 3 years. Persevering through COVID and the other obstacles it brought is a true testament to the will and resolve of this class. We could have given up at any point, exhausted and burnt out from all the adversity, but we refused and instead pushed stronger than the forces that pushed against us. And look at us now. We made it. Everyone in front of me should be extremely proud of themselves for putting in the work necessary to get here, when the simpler option would have been to give up. Because of this hard work, each and every one of us is on the doorstep to the next stage of our lives, whatever that may be. I can't promise that it'll be easier than what we faced so far. In fact, the way the world is now, it could be even more difficult. However, what I can promise is that everyone graduating today has what it takes to be successful in the world, whether they believe it or not themselves. Even though at times we've been told we're things like energetic or immature, or as Joe Maxim put it, goofballs, wingnuts, and knucklehead McSpazatrons, I don't see how we wouldn't be. We've been locked up in our houses for over a year as sophomores and only really came back as seniors, expected to have the maturity that comes with 4 years of high school. So are we a little too crazy? Yeah, maybe. But I feel that energy and passion are something this world is missing right now. With the shortage of work that we're seeing now, anyone with a love for what they want to do and an intense drive can succeed immediately in the workforce. So I encourage you to use the abundance of passion you have to your benefit. Do not be afraid to fight for what you believe in and stay true to yourself. In my years at Northbridge, I've seen intense debates over the dress code, speeches in the middle of lunch, and many students kicked out of athletic events for excessive school pride. So I know this passion is here. It's just up to us now to decide the best way to use it. With our drive, we can truly do amazing things, each and every one of us. We need to go out into the world and be the change that we want to see. The future is bright for this class, and it's been an honor to see us learn and grow together. I wish the best of luck to us all in our future endeavors, and I will always be proud to be a Ram. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to welcome our Northbridge High School a cappella choir and harmonics, including some members of the senior class, to come up and join us. They're invited to come to perform the senior song. On keyboards this evening, senior Josh Dolan, and on bass guitar, Chip Garrigan. something good always comes out of bad things, it seems. One of those things, this is a ad lib, it's not in this book. During the pandemic, Josh Dolan was our piano man, was just, he never played piano before. And he sat down at the piano at home and just started self-learning. Well, excellent, my friend, excellent. At this time, I would like to call back to Mrs. Amy McKinstry to present the gold medals to our recipients. The gold medal was established in 1895. It is the highest academic honor given by Northbridge High School to a member of the graduating class. It was first awarded in 1897 to Josephine Clark. A student must have earned 105 credits of A- or above with no grade below a B-. Students will receive a gold medal and a gold tassel, which I believe we gave the tassels out Wednesday. So with that being said, this year's recipients, all of these, there's a giant board out here with everybody who's received one of these since 1897. As of last year, we had gone up to number 642. Everyone's name is prominently posted out there to represent their accomplishments. This year's recipients are number 643, Sarah Badesian. Number 644, Samantha Billmeyer. $645, David Castellone Palma. Number 646, Kyla Dominguez de los Santos. Number 647, Charles Garrigan. Number 648, Maeve Kelly. Number 649, Caitlin Mahoney. Number 650, Dev Patel. Number 651, Tyler Richards. Number 652, Christopher Ravelli. Number 653, Aiden Roy. Number 654, Christopher Smith. Number 655, Patrick Smith. Number 656, Colin Tegnazi. And number 657, Celia Walker. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce the class valedictorian. The valedictorian is ranked first in the class. Please welcome the class of 2022 valedictorian Tyler Richards to the podium to share a few words.
Hey everyone, long time no see. Let's see. Yeah, it's T. Rich, and you know that I'm back. Whoa, wrong speech, my bad. I'm very honored to step onto the stage today and be acknowledged for the honorable award of valedictorian. First off, I'd like to thank the many people who have helped me along the way. The award of valedictorian is given to a single person, but is won by a team of people putting in their maximum effort. I'd like to thank the administration for running the building day in and day out. Helping run a single grade as class president was tough enough. I can't imagine how difficult it is to be in charge of 4 grades, the staff, and ensure the school runs smoothly. I'd also like to thank the teachers I've had along the way. Each and every one taught me something different. It gave me a new perspective to look at the world with. Lastly, I'd like to thank my friends who drove me to be my best every day, and my family, who took care of me and provided me with the opportunities needed to arrive here today. As honored as I am to receive this award, I'm left feeling as though I could have done more. I never once received this school's most important award, Student of the Month. I guess I just wasn't a good enough student. Now, on a more serious note, I decided to give my speech on something I'm very passionate about. I feel that as valedictorian, my purpose for being up here is to provide wisdom that I've gained from my years in schooling and life. With that being said, this wisdom is not one size fits all, and some people may feel that it doesn't affect them. That's okay. If this speech can help even one person, then that's more than enough reason to give it. I'd like to talk about something that I feel is often avoided, but is very important to discuss: mental health. Personally, I had heard about all the issues that COVID had caused with mental health, but coming back into school this year, I thought I had avoided all that. I was wrong. The pressures of balancing class office and varsity sports, my academics and social life became too much. I wasn't prepared for how different life would be coming back from isolation and COVID, and it proved to be a serious mistake. I became so anxious that panic attacks became regular, and some days I would leave school in order to regain stability. With my anxiety through the roof, I sought help. I went to therapy and was able to get the help and medication I needed. I also focused on doing things for myself rather than for others. Through it all, I found myself more clearly than ever before and became a stronger person as a result of my hardships. Now, I offer this story not to elicit pity from anyone, because although painful, this experience was fundamental to my growth this year, but instead as a beacon of hope to all those suffering from conditions we cannot see. Because I promise, at the end of a dark tunnel, there is a light where things truly do get better. And although I was nervous to share my story in front of the hundreds of people here today, I felt it was necessary to prove a point. For all I've achieved so far in my life, I have yet to defeat my final obstacle, my own insecurities. We are all equal in this regard. So do not feel alone in your struggles, for everyone here today is not alone and never will be. Some of us have mentors that we can go to in order to offer us guidance in the most tumultuous times of our lives. Others of us have a great family like I do, one that supports us and wishes us the best in every step we take. And some of us who have friends that have our back no matter what the situation may be. Together, we can overcome any obstacle in our way, and as we progress into our futures, we most certainly will. One thing I've noticed about this class is our ability to stay together as a unit. While we may have specific friend groups and preferences, we are all able to intermingle well with each other, even though we may be very different. We bring each other up, no matter if we're at a high or a low. This quality of togetherness will be extremely important in our future lives. We're going to meet so many new people, so do not be quick to judge, and remember that they have lived an entire life up to that point as well, and have had their own challenges along the way. Also, be sure to be there for the friends you've made thus far. Technology has made it easier than ever to stay connected to those important to us, so be sure to check up on each other from time to time. That little effort can make a world of difference in someone's life. Lastly, my final piece of advice is to make the most out of the time we have here in our lives. The clock only ticks down, and there's no way to gain any extra time. So make the most out of what you're given. The worst thing you can do is waste even a single second. So like it was said at baccalaureate, always push forward. When you're motivated and ready to work, push forward. When times are rough and the world seems to crumble around you, push forward with whatever effort you can muster, no matter how small. And when you're near the mountaintop of success, do not rest on your laurels and continue to push forward. This defying act of perseverance is something this class of 2022 continues to specialize in. We'll continue to carve our own ways to success, however we may individually define it. So go forth into the world now and make your mark. Be there for the ones you love in these trying times, and stay true to yourself as well. It's a lot of weight on our shoulders, but we're more than capable of handling it. So on that note, congrats to the class of 2022. We made it. Thank you.
Northbridge has had a proud history of military participation and accomplishments. I'd like to acknowledge and thank a member of the class of 2022 for his willingness to serve our nation. Please join me in showing our appreciation to serve in the armed forces of this great nation. Enlisting in the U.S. Navy, Aiden Lupus. Thank you. I would also like to acknowledge Petty Officer LaChance from the U.S. Navy. Petty Officer LaChance is usually here on an annual basis when he has a student leaving the building to enlist. Thank you. Now I've been asked to say a few words. Guys, do you want the long or the short version? No. I hear you. 2 nights ago, we were in this hall and we listened to Josh Nolan recount the trepidation that he and so many of the class of 2022 faced 4 short years ago upon arrival at Northbridge High School. But Josh and his peers had little option but to plow ahead and take the plunge. For at 14 years old, your ability to make personal decisions was very limited. Just as they've been for those 14 years, the subsequent 4 years, you've had very little decision-making power. We all recognize that. But alas, Here you are this evening at the pinnacle of being able to make seriously major decisions about the future direction of your life. The countless adults, both in this hall and in so many other aspects of your first 18 years of growth, will now become less influential and maintain less control of your future path. Please, no tears, parents and loved ones, for it's the way it's designed to go. We can only hope that we have all given these young adults the very best skills for success and the very best in sound decision-making skills. But it is each of them that will decide what their success looks like and determine how best to get to their ideal success. So soon to be graduates, what does your success look like and how will you travel there? As I mentioned, there'll be many times when your decision will not have a clear-cut answer. Or, as the great poet Robert Frost noted in his famed poem, The Road Not Taken, and I quote, "Two roads diverged in a wooded place, and sorry I could not travel both. And being one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth." I'll paraphrase the rest of that short poem, detailing the plight of the traveler, the plight that he had when deciding which of those two roads to take, and how, after much reflection of the two choices, the traveler took the one less traveled by, but not before concluding that he would never come back to the same crossroads. Eventually, Frost's traveler took the one less traveled by, and in the end concluded that had made all the difference. Class of 2022, you will travel many highways and byways as you navigate your adulthood. As I stopped in front of the guidance office and gazed at the impressive list of college acceptances you have earned, the decision by one of our graduates to join the armed forces, or the location so many of you have identified for post-high school employment, it's apparent that most of you have charted a solid path. But never shy away from taking the road less traveled. It might make all the difference to you as well. And so I close. I want to remind each and every member of our graduating class, wherever that road, whatever road you choose, whatever accomplishments of fame you might achieve, never, ever forget where the trip started. Never forget where you came from. You will always be a part of Northbridge High School and the community of Northbridge. You'll always be welcome home. Okay, I'm back again, almost as many times as you. Members of the Northbridge School Committee, I present to you the class of 2022 and attest that all graduation requirements set forth by federal, state, and local mandates have been met. The marshal will now prepare the class of 2022 for the presentation of diplomas.
Tyler Jace Nolan. Tyler Daniel Richards. Dev Jagdish Patel. Aiden James Lubis. Adam Chen. Joshua Gerald Dolan. Jessica Ann Ross. Charles Murphy Garrigan. Kayla Marie Kamishlian. Laura Jean Lacombe. Sarah Kaylee Lord. Sarah Rose Badesian. Samantha Dawn Billmeyer. David Fernando Castellón Palma. Kyla Dominguez de los Santos. Maeve Olivia Kelly. Caitlin Marie Mahoney. Christopher Frank Rivelli. Aiden Roy. Christopher William Smith. Colin Edward Tugnazi. Patrick O'Connor Smith. Celia Louise Walker. Andrew Akeley. Angelique Elizabeth Akeley. Mackenzie J. Alisea. Lily Grace Allen. Yvette Anan. Stacy Akua Asante. Azan Baig. Andrew John Banis. Anderson Devlin Barnacote Sansone. James Wyatt Bartlett. Ryan Balakwa. Joshua James Berkowitz. Oliver Marissa Nev Biagioni. Tyler William Bliss. Matthew Sullivan Bowl. Juliana Mary Baruso. Ethan Bosma. Cameron Michael Boucher. Michaela Tiana Boucher. Sydney Robin Boudreau. Ryan Michael Boyce. Valerie Bravo. John Joseph Buckley. Janessa Lynn Bufford. Fiona Rose Casey. Riley Marie Castonguay. Nicholas George Cleary. Kylie Rose Clement. Olivia Lorette Clemente. Molly Elizabeth Consigli. Rowan Kathleen Conway. Haley Elizabeth Cormier. Charlie Cronin. Crystal Lee Daigle. Jared Sarkis Dermushigian. Alexander Francis Deneen. At this time, I would like to invite School Committee Chairman Erin Donahue forward to present her daughter her diploma. Emma Donahue. James Jeremiah Donnelly. Kylie Erickson. At this time, I would like to invite former school committee member Steve Falconer forward to present his son with his diploma. Colin Richard Falconer. Lauren Grace Ferreira. Trevor Foley. Abigail Catherine Fraser.
Daniel Matthew Fungafat. Christopher Cole Francis Gagner. Connor Michael Gannon. Joseph Kenneth Gauthier. John Edward Gifford. Anthony Ernesto Gomez. Nicholas Domingo Goshen. Claire Helena Green. Virginia Greenan. Olivia Irene Guest. Crystalyn Hall. Travis Hartung. Katrina K. Havey. Nicholas Hayes. Maria Isabel Hernandez Lopez. Haley Elizabeth Hoffman. Ruby Evelyn Holtz. Lydia Rose Jocelyn. Jacob Kessler. Tyler Kinahan. Benjamin Francis Kraus. Tyler LaChapelle. Tucker Michael Lambert. Adam Tyler Lang. Gabriel James Latour. Grace Elizabeth Lavoy. Marcus Jaden Lavoy. Christopher Michael LaRanger. Joshua William Malcasian. Nadine Princess Dialankar Silva Matra. Joseph Elliott Maxim. Isaac Keith Maynard. Mallory Elaine Mercer. Travis Joseph Miley. John Joseph Morby. Paige Emily Morissette. Cora Ajung Kangu. Nicholas William Novinger. Adele May Phillips. Nathan Poudrier.
Some other time. Good job, buddy.
Alexis Marie Prudhomme. Alexander Joseph Caranta. Elizabeth Grace Quimby. Christopher Joseph Ramallo. Anthony Michael Reed. Brandon David Rice.
Good job, buddy.
Jordan Emily Rice.
Number 1.
Dylan Matthew Riley.
Attaboy, kid.
Zachary Michael Savage. Rory Kenneth Schofer. Walker Sangtong. Liam Normand Simino. Aaron Michael Smeglin. Vinicius Kenzo Oliveira Takahashi. Connor Alexander Thames. Jack Harold Tossin. Zoe Marie Taylor. Leonard Tejeda Troncoso. Shannon Diane Timmons. David Antonio Torres Jr. Brent Aaron Turgeon. Zachary Vento. Colton Andrew Vera. Timothy Job Visbeck. Allison Constance Warren. Derek Thomas Westoff. Matthew Stephen Wildman. Lindsay Marie Winslow. Brianna Danielle Watunsky.